Hey, fellow YouTube fans. A few people told me years ago that I probably should have made a video of different people's RVs and how they decided they wanted to build them, and the tiny house movement. There's so many different organizations now that have just taken a different turn to small town living, or excuse me, small home living. But this one I actually did about a little over 10 years ago, and it seems to be catching on now with more and more people doing this thing. But depending on this video and how many likes it gets, leave in the comments below what you think, because one of the things I kind of wish I did was make a video of what I did when I did this, because a lot of people have questions. How do you convert a 45-foot semi-trailer into essentially a house? So what I've decided to do is do just that here in 2020 and start fresh with something like this. This trailer came out of California. As you can see, it used to be a Sweetwater trailer. It was a studio, recording studio. It's got the two slides in it. As you can see, I'm doing a little work on the back. But I decided I would go ahead and do this documentary to show you exactly what it takes to convert one of these. Anyone looking at doing this type of conversion, I recommend you get a trailer that's already insulated. This one was actually pre-insulated, so made the job a lot easier starting out. But without further ado, let's check out the inside. So, as you can see, this needed a stairway, two actually, because this used to be a studio. This was a recording studio. You can see all of the different monitors that they had up there at one point. It's all been taken out, but pretty spacious. I haven't calculated the entire square footage yet, but it's definitely over 400 square feet. I can tell you that, because I have a similar trailer like I showed you across the way, and that's only 360 square feet. So one of the things I wanted to say is, I always tell people I love Lowe's, but if you're looking at this type of conversion, I'd recommend you get this type of tile. It's got the locking mechanisms back here, just like any puzzle piece tile does. They just kind of snap together. You can just bang them in and they're good. And one of the advantages to doing this in an RV is that in the event you drop a hot pan or damage one of these tiles, you could just take them up, put another one down. Easy as that. Some people like to use ceramic tile. I'm not a big fan, just because of the fact that it can crack going down the road. It just depends on what each person likes. But the other advantage of this is that you can also get access to the floor if you need to. Whereas conventional flooring systems, you've literally got to rip up the whole floor to get underneath. I always like to tell people, go to Lowe's because it's a really good store. I love Lowe's. I don't know why. I'm not a big promoter of it under normal circumstances, but I always go back to Lowe's because it's just a great store, because there's so many of them around and you can get anything you need. So this one here is vinyl interlocking tiles for multi-purpose flooring. There you go. So if you're ever looking for this particular type of flooring, now you know where to find it. I figured I'd take you up to the study area, I guess you could call it, or whatever. This will be kind of a common area. Once again, this is where the racks were for everything. I'm kind of using it as storage right now, but they had a lot of different uses for it. back in the day, as you can see, there would have been a technician up here. The windows came out of here, which are, here's one of them right here. And they still have a door, obviously, that this is going to help alleviate having to get to this section of the trailer through this door. So that's another reason why I cut this out, because it was getting a little bit obnoxious, to say the least, by having to climb up those ladders outside to get to this portion of the trailer. So makes it a lot more homier, more of an RV. Of course, my application is probably going to be different from yours. This is a little bit of a mess back here. I'm still using this as a kind of a storage / utility room, I guess. But this is going to be the bedroom. So it's already set up pretty well for that. It's not going to take much to convert this over. Pretty simple. Still got all the lighting, which made this conversion way easier. All the different light switches have already been installed, so this is going to go much smoother than my last conversion. So it's got the recessed lighting already built in, which is a huge money and time saver, of course, as you can imagine. Little work to do on the door here. Not a big deal. But I'll take you back down to, this is where the kitchen's going to be. I will be putting in a small island here in the middle. Of course, these slides are going to close. So for most of you RVers out there, I'm sure you can imagine that when the slides are closed, you don't have much room. So you do have to be cognizant of that when you're designing this. You do have to measure and build when the slides are in to know that you're going to clear everything and it's not going to bind up on anything. So another rack over here. This is all going to come out. Once again, please don't mind the mess. But all of this is going to come out, and they're going to have cabinets in there, and you know, more like a kitchen. I haven't completely finalized the design yet, but my imagination is still running wild. I'll take you up to where the bathroom's going to be. That's one thing that actually is starting to come to shape. Once again, I had to do the same thing up here. There used to be a window up here, just like the window I showed you in the back, where a technician would sit up here as well, and starting to make the stairway, of course. So, bathroom coming together pretty nicely. The shower is going to go right here. We still have doors back here. I haven't decided. There's not a whole lot you can do. Probably just going to leave the doors. It's going to be kind of weird, but definite easy access to the bathroom from the back if you ever need to get the pipes and things like that. I'm going to have a sliding door here. This is once again from Lowe's. It's just higher end grade pine, and I'm probably going to use it as I'm going to get one of those sliding door mechanisms so that you can kind of do one of these numbers, because there wasn't a whole lot of room. You could make a swinging door, but as I said, I'm trying to save as much space with this project, this go around, as possible. So I decided to do some sort of a sliding door kind of a deal, which I haven't 100% figured out yet, but it'll get there. I did have to go with I call it the raised sink. Once again, Lowe's, tempered glass. I picked up these tile backers, or backsplash, I guess you could say, at Lowe's. I found a really good deal. These were only like just under $5 a square. So definitely save some money there. If you guys are looking for deals, always go to Lowe's and try to go to that bargain bin section that each Lowe's kind of has, and pick up the cheapest stuff you can find that you like, and it'll definitely help save money in your project. This is I have to glue these together still, but This is, just cheap pine. It's not terribly expensive, but it does give you a nicer look than the original countertop that was on here. This was never intended to be a bathroom. And I'm going to put some polyurethane, which I have down here under that chair, and put it all over this to keep it watertight and give it a nice finish. Same thing with this door. This door only cost me about, I think it was only about $30 already put together. So that's pretty cheap. You just put some polyurethane, maybe a couple decorative trim pieces on top, and it'll actually spruce it right up. So that's a pretty clear shot of the bathroom. Nothing great. I mean, this trailer did come with a sliding door. Just one of the extra perks of, that you buy stuff, it just comes with it. So that's kind of a nice thing. It kind of made me get another idea of putting one over here too. So when you first buy something, just kind of take a step back, take it all in, and you might find a design that you like that you can just copy again. So just another thought. This is still open if you have to get to it. And this, of course, is another mess that I'm using as a storage/utility room as well. And this will be where the laundry room goes. This is going to be washer and dryer. Decided to get a hot water heater that'll be mounted probably up here, maybe. It's going to be one of those tankless on-demand water heaters. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, it instantly flash heats the water and saves a lot on your electricity, as well as you won't have to worry about spraying a leak as a conventional water tank can leak. So, and save space and also less weight if you think about it. So this whole rack has got to come out again. This used to look just like this, and so I went from this that had all kinds of electronic equipment mounted to it and had to grind it and cut it all out to that. So just have to have a little bit of patience and a little bit of know-how. Make sure you just grind where it needs to be ground down, and that's about it. And there's so much more to this trailer I wish I could go through, but there's only so much I can do in about a 15-minute YouTube video. So if you guys have any more questions about this trailer and its history, or if anyone has a similar project that they're doing, please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you like. Talk to y'all later.